clear. Oh well. Don't know. See, that's why I don't do technology. Hi everyone. Don't do technology. I think so. I don't know. Hi everybody. Hello. Happy Thursday. Hello, Miss Eleanor Sanctuary. Happy Thursday. Hi everyone. Come on in. Say hello. Come on in. Say hello. Come on in. Say hello. Happy Thursday. Y'all, Christmas is Monday. Can y'all believe it? This year went now. January, I think, was the longest month. Like, cause when we get to January, it's like when you have all the bills to pay and you're just recovering from Christmas time, and you look at your bank account like, exactly. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Y'all, this is the time I look forward to at the end of the year, because I take the rest of the year off. Like, y'all don't call me, don't text me, don't inquire about your cases. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. It's like, Hi everyone. This is Attorney 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕, immigration attorney based in Alabama, representing immigration clients in all 50 states. Got an immigration case. If it's a case dived out, hello, Mr. Calvin, that we handle, we can, and do represent immigration clients regardless of the state you live in. I'm trying to get this TikTok one to work. I think that works. Hi, Facebook and YouTube family, Instagram, TikTok. Shall I feel everybody? Well, I think it comes down with the cold, but listen, it's it's only this season. Shall I feel it? I heard that song from my mom. Hi everyone. It's question night. Woohoo! We are rounding up the year with questions. So come on in, put your questions in the comment section. Let's try to get to as many questions. So y'all don't, send email. A lot of people send, and that is good. Then send us DMs. But the thing is, obviously I can't take care of everything myself. So I have people, it's a delegation kind of system, which works. So I've got a girl who takes care of our social media messages. So people always say, can you ask her? That she goes, no, I want to keep my job. If you wanted to answer the question, there's a link to make a consultation. So ask your question now, because there's no one that can help you answer those questions on social media, because it still has to come down to me. Hi everyone, good evening. This is Attorney 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕 once again. I'm an immigration attorney. I am located physically in Alabama, but I represent immigration clients in all 50 states. My other girl is here. Hi, Miss Sabina. And it is final end of the year. We are grateful, thankful to God. He has been faithful, seen us through. See, let me tell you something. Each and every one of us has something to be grateful for. The fact that you're breathing today, that's enough, because if you're not breathing, you can't fulfill anything. So that is enough to be grateful for. So, but we're going to be also, our office is going to be closed from Monday, and we'll be back January 2nd. We have an answering service that will take care of calls. I am done with consultations for the year. We got a lot of people today, especially saying, "Hey, 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕, it's 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒕, no, she's machine." Like, y'all, it is. No, I'm like, whoo. I had my last consultation of the year this evening. I was like, I love it, but it is tiring. Y'all have to understand, I'm a full-time mother. So that's why I say I'm a full-time mom, and my spare time I practice law. So my priority, most important job, is being a mom. So this is one thing I always look forward to, spending time with my kids. My kids are getting older. My oldest kid is 19 and my baby is 13. They are getting older. So the more time, and the first one is in college. Before he teaches out, which I'll help him pack his bag to go. But this is the time that I look forward. But before I would do to just be with my boys, and keep in mind, I share custody with your dad, so I don't get to have them the whole time. So for me, it is very, very intentional when they're here. So they're with me this year for Christmas, and then they head over to their dad's place. My oldest can choose wherever he wants to go. He's 19, but he's still listening. Thank you, Jesus, for that kid. Yesterday, I was so busy. I mean, I didn't sleep till like 3 a.m., y'all, because I had to get a case out today, and I had to review over 500 pages. So, yeah, that is so behind the scene. That's what happens. All the smiles, like y'all don't even know. I drive myself crazy on this cases, but so he saw that I was really drenched in a lot, and I still had to cook. I don't care to cook. I just cook because I don't want the government to come after me and say, "Hey, oh, told you I'm money." Kind of thing. Yeah, but he went grocery shopping for me, brought everything back, put everything where they're supposed to go, and listen, So those are the things that I thank God for being able to spend time with them. So we will be closed for Monday. I'm off officially after now. But for Monday, my staff is still working tomorrow. So from Monday through January 2nd, we'll be back January 2nd. Everyone, Isaiah, Karen, Attorney Goshia, Lydia, Carla, everybody needs the break. So they're all going to be spending time with your family members, and very much deserved time. But anyway, in the meantime, you still can contact our office at 334-341-4475. You're able to still schedule your consultation towards next year, which is next month, basically, and then we pick up from there. But I know we're all looking forward to spending time with our family. Some of us are malafashe, double. I already know. I know that's all we have Christmas money yet, but it's just a time to look forward to and be able to just look back at the year and thank God. But anyway, let's talk immigration. Please like, follow, share. We will be very appreciative of that at 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕 Immigration on all platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. And once again, we do represent immigration clients in all 50 states. So regardless of the state you live in, it doesn't matter. Immigration is federal practice. So that means that even though I am in Alabama, I can represent you in any state. Truth be told, more than 75% of 85% of my clients are not in the state of Alabama. And, thank you, Jesus, we've been able to do all of that, everything we need to do for our clients, travel and all that's included. We're also on WhatsApp. So same number, 334-341-4475 on WhatsApp. Let's talk immigration, people. It's all of our questions tonight. So hello, Ms. Abena. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. 𝒃𝒂𝒔𝒔𝒊𝒈𝒂𝒏𝒕, uncle, we have all of that. And you can subscribe. Subscribe. We're trying to build. I love because I'm always on YouTube. That's why. If you're learning about hair, cooking, whatever, you'll find a YouTube University. So please subscribe at 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕 Immigration. I would be very grateful. Call your friends, brothers, sisters, uncles, and aunts, and uncles, brothers, and sisters, cousins, and all of that to subscribe. But anyway, okay. Yes, thank you, Ms. Ben. We serve all 50 United States. Distance isn't the barrier. So, hello, Miss Pinky. How are you? Merry Christmas to you as well. And we have been able, it's just been a great year. Mixed with a lot of emotions. Obviously, the life happens. We can't pick and choose. That's the beauty of life. You've got to have those emotions, but then usually, I always say, and I tell my kids too, that when things are going fine, your focus, when things are not going fine, your focus is on God because you're praying. But when He starts to make things align for you, don't lose focus on God, because it's still the same energy and same intention that you have to put in there, even when things begin to go well, because it's still the same God and the same strength that will keep us through the times of weaknesses. So I'm still work in progress when it comes to getting denials and y'all. If you're my client, you work with me, you will understand how my brain works. But then again, I'm Nigerian, and we don't like to lose at anything we do, so we take it personal. But for me, I know that it's because I don't ever, even when we get denials and all that, I don't ever, whoever is on the case, sometimes we get it before I do, but I usually try to stay on top of that. I don't ever delegate news to any member of my staff. I do that. Even if it's denied, whatever, I will be one to give you a call and say, hey, it didn't work out. But thank God that's not very often. Thank God we have many more reasons to celebrate. And that's the goal for 2024, that God willing, there'll be many reasons to celebrate one another. Okay, so let's get to questions. I'm going to start on, yes, please share. Come on in, people. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I want break question you see you. No. Come, this is the time to ask the questions. And so I think for next year, yeah, we're going to keep it for Tuesday, Thursdays, going live, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all want to know, Miss Abena and Miss Elena Sankey, you know that I've been really good this past few weeks. Yeah. So yes. Okay, let's see. Thank you. The girls are just the best. All right, let's start with TikTok. Let's see. Okay. Alrighty. Thank you for all the hearts on TikTok. Much appreciated. Okay, let's see. Which state is good for asylum? It's not about the state being good. It's about your what are your grounds for asylum and how strong is your case. Every state has a high percentage or high rate of denials, but you just have to make sure your case is stronger. So it's as strong as you can make it. Once a case is, disclaimer, all of this is general information, please. And the funny thing is, so I'm a client that I currently represent in his I-751, and he's one of those clients who doesn't bother me. And you come with him, okay, like 20 times a day. He's just one of those. He just doesn't. But I come to find out today, because we finally had to have, he had to clarify some things. So we had a conversation, and he said, the truth of the matter is, the reason why I don't bother you is, before I call your office, I go on Instagram or YouTube, and because he says he tunes in every time. So I'm sure that most likely I would find the answer to my question on your page. And he goes, so for the most part, I look at it like, because I put topics, like he would look through the topic like, okay, yeah, that answers this question. That's great. So my point is, yes, it helps a lot of people, but that is still general information because it's nothing specific to anyone's case. But that's one of the reasons why I do what I do, because it helps people to, clarity, being informed. You just never know. Once a case is taken off the docket, can USCIS and one's attorney agree to terminate one's case? If you're asking about if the court the case is no longer on the court's active docket, and it says no hearing date or something like that, can the attorney, DHS attorney, and your attorney agree to terminate if your attorney seeks prosecutorial discretion, or they may actually move to dismiss on their own motion? That's a possibility, and the court would entertain that. Any questions about how long, the length of time, and all that, please go on uscis.gov/processing times. That's the same place we as attorneys look into, and everybody has the capability of going online to search that and put that in, put in your petition or your application form number. It will tell you how long it is taking. That's a very simple thing that we can all do. What do I do when my son's paperwork is out of processing time? I have all I'm supposed to do. I'm guessing you mean you've done all you're supposed to do. You can seek congressional assistance. Another option is ombudsman inquiry, the supervisory level of USCIS, where you can submit an electronic request to them to help you look into the office that's taking care of your son's case. Why is it taking so long? Why is it out of number person time? And how long should you be, or when should you expect to have a decision on that case. If all else fails, you can sue USCIS. I stopped doing written mandamus because it was aggravating, and I have enough gray hair. Like, you know what, I ain't doing this thing anymore. So, but that's always an option that you have. I went for my court hearing on November 1st, and the immigration judge said decision will be December 1st. She later changed the date to May 2024. Please advise. I can't advise in something that I wasn't part of. Let's see. Okay. You didn't answer my question in previous post about student visa. Well, put your question in. I'm not really sure. Y'all, it's very simple. Put the question in the comment section. If your question was in the comment section, then I will answer it. Unless it's something that you have repeatedly put in, I will skip it because it's just messes with my brain. So your questions need to be in the comment section so we can get to everybody's question. If you put it in the question bank, whatever that is, it's not going to be answered. So what is your question about? The time you spent in saying you can answer my question, you've just written the question, right? Well, happy holidays to you as well. Okay. Let's see. 5 years on green card, still married but separated. Can I apply for N400 still married though separated? If you're separated, that's not a marital union. So your best option would be to apply based on 5 years. So there's nothing that says you have to be divorced to apply for your naturalization based on 5 years. The only thing is, if you're trying to base it off of 3 years as being a legal permanent resident, then you must be marital union. If you're not in marital union, then the option is 5 years, except you're a VA petitioner or otherwise. So if you're already on, you've been a permanent resident for 5 years, then I'll probably say go ahead and use the 5-year basis, not a 3-year basis, because you're already separated from your spouse. Can you use receipt notice to get driver's license in Texas? That's a state specific question. You will have to find out from the DMV. Must I divorce before my VA application is approved? No, there is no requirement that you should have a divorce in order for you to have a VA approved. I've got a client whose VA case was approved. We're waiting on their green card application to be approved, and they just had a baby with their spouse. Because the fact that you were abused does not mean that things may not work. So they're back together. They just had a newborn baby. Spouse is like, okay, so can we go ahead and refile? She says, no, I just want to see how things go. Let's not rush it. And, yeah. So listen. However, but my point is, there's no requirement that you have to be divorced because you filed for a VA case. I'm so sorry to be random, but your hair is absolutely stunning. Just perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, let's see. Can I travel outside the United States while my case is pending in court, but I have an I-551 stamp? What is pending in court? Is it a 751 that's pending in court? What exactly? If you've got an I-551 stamp that is still valid, you can at your own risk. I just do not feel, if you're having advanced parole and nothing else besides unlawful presence, that's straightforward. But if you've got a removal order or your removal proceedings, do people travel while in removal proceedings? Yes, they do. It's just not something I feel comfortable telling the client to do. So that's another question I can answer. You're going to have to decide that on your own. Let's see. Okay. From 1 to 10, how easy is it to transition from F1 visa to green card? There's no from 1 to 10. It depends on what your eligibility is. What are you adjusting? Are you changing status from F1 to another non-immigrant visa like an H-1B? Or if you're looking to green card, what is the basis? Is it a national interest waiver? Is it an employment-based second preference? Is it an employment-based third preference? Is it EB1? What is the basis? So it's not a 1 to 10 scale kind of thing. No, it's about qualifications and what is the eligibility standard. Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate that. Good evening. Hey, Ghanaian wife. How are you? It is cold. Y'all, it is cold. I don't know. Maybe some people were visiting from New York or up north and brought their cold here to the south. it is cold. It's not even funny. It's it is cold and it's not funny. So yeah, it's questions. So tell the whole clan, hey, well, let's do questions so you don't go now. Hey, just hey, down questions. No, let's do it now. I upgraded. Oh, you mean you updated your new address? Should I do the same for my husband? I'm assuming you've got a pending case. If you've got a pending case, then you may want to consider doing that. It's always best, even though the intended immigrant is the one that needs to notify USCIS of the change of address. It's just always best to do that as well for the petitioner, especially if you're living together. So there's no, there's no conflict or issues with getting your mail and all that. Okay, go on, Trevor, and thanks for answering my question. You're welcome. You are welcome. What's in the border new law Congress proposing got to do with undocumented in U.S.? What's in the border new law Congress? Can you rephrase your question? I have no clue what you're asking me. Okay, let's see. Okay. Bring out your questions now. Let's talk about them. All righty, let's go. Happy New Year in advance. Merry Christmas to you as well. Amen. 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 Yes. Once again, this is just general information, nothing specific to anyone's case. And thank you for the likes and follows on Facebook and YouTube. I appreciate that. Okay. Don't let me forget that question. What was how long did it take to reopen the case that we posted today? I think it was filed in August. Yeah, we sent the service request in August. So this is a VAW related case, and my client was actually in removal proceedings and did not know. So it was when he went for his green card interview, they told him, hey, we cannot adjust your status because you are still in EOR jurisdiction. So that's when I came in. Finally got him out of immigration court, went back to USCIS, only to be told that, and we sent him, what's it called? G28 to them, saying, I'm the attorney of record, yada, yada, yada. They're all correspondence. You come to my office, all of that good stuff. But then again, it's USCIS. So somehow, I'm the one who sent the request to reopen after we got terminated from immigration court. I sent the request to reopen and they reopened it. And then you're going to tell me that you sent me something and we didn't respond. How many people are you doing now? Anyway, they denied it. It was not even funny. But because there was no way they could, and when they sent, so we got the denial notice. The denial notice was sent to my client's former address. So that's why I said that it depends on someone that asked me earlier on what it grants. Everyone's facts of each case are different, because this was kind of like, we can't swing a service request on this one. A service request basically is, rather than filing an I-290B formally and paying the filing fee and, sending to the filing location, a service request, you don't need a filing fee. You're saying, hey, this is an error that you guys made, and here's the reasoning behind that error. And based on the fact that you made that error, you're going to fix it. We don't have to pay filing fee. And it's sent directly to the field office where that case was denied. That's a service request as compared to a formal I-290B. And so, and it was denied because it said we didn't respond to an RFE. So we put all that together. And so we sent our service request back in August. I want to believe it's August, because I think we're coming up in 120 days. And then today they reopened that. So it's not going to work in all cases, but it will depend on what the facts of your case are. That would determine whether or not it's something that you can use in your case. If an application like an I-485 or 765, I've done it in 765 as well. It just depends based on each one's case. Um, Hello, Kubro. What's your question? Okay. I'm gonna get to Instagram. 1 second. Instagram fountain. I filed for I-360 for abuse, and later the spouse died. Can I still go ahead to file the I-360 with her? You can, and you can also stay on the VA petition. So either one works. But if you've already had the VA, you feeling, or you're just feeling bad, like okay, the person is no longer here, and you're accusing them of something. I mean, you can switch, but I would advise it, especially I don't know how long your case has been pending for. If your case has been over a year, I'll probably just leave it because you still can do a VA case even when the abuser has passed. Will having a different address from my spouse affect his case with immigration? Generally, USCIS expects that you and your spouse are living together. There should be a marital address for both of you. If someone is working or in school, that's different. That's a temporary address. So if you're not living together, you've got to be able to explain to your spouse why you're not living together. Amazing Christmas this year, being under the same Ghanaian wife. Ghanaian wife's husband came into the country this year. First Christmas under the same roof together. That is awesome. All right, let's see. I married in 2020 and I moved to another state and have not received my green card yet. Please let me know. Let you know what. Okay. I am on an H-1B visa. I married a U.S. citizen. We do not live together due to my job. I just visit him whenever I can. Okay, so what's your question? Are you the same person there? Because you. Okay, you're eligible to apply for green card. So I have had clients who didn't live together and still don't live together every day. An example of that, one of such cases is one of my clients is doing a PhD in Tennessee, and they actually live, and the spouse works in Atlanta. So they alternate who goes where, but the marital residence is in Atlanta because the school is in Tennessee, but that's a temporary situation. And we were able to show that whenever school was out, he went back to Atlanta. Whenever she had free weekend, she would go visit her husband in Tennessee. They had other evidence of bona fide travel together, events, they attended events together, marriage counseling. So the fact that you don't live together is not necessarily damaging to your case, but you've got to have a reasonable explanation as to why you do not live together. So that's the best I can tell you. So it's not like you're not eligible. You just have to know that that's something that may be, you've got to present that upfront. I rather, and in that case, or in the other cases we've done as well, in all the cases where my clients do not live together, we usually, put that information out there and explain why they're not together 24/7. So we're not trying to hide anything from USCIS. And for the most part, knock on wood, that has always been a critic. And even the ones we've had interviewed, they ask them even further, and their answers that stay consistent. So that's what you have to consider, and based on that, just decide what is your specific situation, and if that would be something that works. Because you said you are on, because of your job, you're living in different states. So, and if you're still in doubt, sit down with a lawyer and discuss your case. Let's see. TJ. T. Toshe. That's why I call him Toshe. Toshe. Hey, kiddo. Want to say happy Merry Christmas, everybody? Look at my handsome baby. Look at my baby. TJ, say your name.
TJ.
No. Your real name.
Toshe.
Say your darn full name, boy.
Oluwatoshe.
What does it mean?
God is
So, because if you forget that, you will have to answer. Say Merry Christmas, everyone. Y'all see my handsome baby.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, everyone. He's 13. His voice is early. Did you eat something yet? Okay. It's my baby. That's my baby. And that's my baby for a reason. Thank God he came second. Because, yeah, I call him my human birth control. You have it, kid like TG, like, Baba got him, my 𝒊𝒎𝒏𝒕. What do you say? More femo. Elito. Let's not take chances anymore. Yeah. That's like his brother says it's 10 kids in one. No kidding. Let's see. Yes, but you know, be firewood, I'm telling you. Please, the dual intent for F1, where can we read it on USCIS website? If you go on USCIS.gov and just put /news, it's right there as part of the news. So basically, it's always been there's always been that unclear part of I'm on an F1 visa. Is it okay if I apply for an immigrant visa? If I do, what happens in that situation? Does it mean that my F1 visa gets canceled because now I have an immigrant intent and all that? So that's always been the case for an H-1B. H-1B is a dual intent visa. Now, dual intent basically is that's what it is. It doesn't state dual intent, but that's what it is. Even though H-1B also doesn't say that, but that's the term that you use to qualify it. Basically, what it means is you can have the intention to return to your home country based on the fact that you are currently on a non-immigrant work visa or student visa. But USCIS has now clarified as of yesterday that if you're on an F1 visa, international students, they will still require you to show that you intend to return to your home country after your study, because the F1 visa is a non-immigrant temporary visa, right? Duration of status, but after your study. However, if you now have the dual intention of having an immigrant to immigrate to the United States, that does not cancel out your F1. So it is okay for you to be the beneficiary of a perm application filed by a U.S. employer, or an immigrant petition that is self-petition like an NIW. So it's okay to be the beneficiary of that, as well as still showing that you're maintaining the intention to return to your home country, just like anyone who's on an H-1B visa will do. And so that would not be used against you should you have an immigrant petition that's been filed on your behalf that you intend to file, or you have a U.S. employer who's willing to sponsor you while on an F1 visa. Okay, so that's what I just said, Chef. Okay, let's see. Collaborate question once you. How long does it take to renew a work permit under VAB pending application? Again, you've got to clarify what category you're talking about. C9 category work permit is not a VAWA work permit application. It is not. C9 is an I-485 based work permit. So if you're looking at how long it's taken, it's the same thing for those who filed an I-140, I-130, asylum based, because a C9 is attached to an adjustment of status application. So that's what you're looking at. Now, when you say a VAW pending, a VAW related work permit, you've got to be very specific. C9 you can get if you file a 485 while VAW is pending. C31 is specifically for approved VAW self-petitioners. And so which one are you talking about? Whichever one you're talking about, go on uscis.gov/person times, put in that application number, and it will tell you how long it's taking them. Illinois Sanctuary. Yes, we made it at 9 p.m. in some Yo, it's been 9 p.m. the past weeks. 2024 is going to be different. Just wait and see. Don't hold me to that though. If a mistake was made on the asylum application online and the status displays case closed, can one file paper application? I don't know why your case is saying case closed, but if you're still within your first year deadline, or if the reason why you're not out of the 1 year statutory period is because of that, then you may be able to do an explanation. Paper application, I can't really answer that question because there's a whole lot more information that's needed. So if you're in doubt, then maybe it's time for you to get an attorney in your case. Hello, Mr. John. How are you? This question. My case has been pending for 7 months since I sent in more evidence after my interview. Please, what can I do at this point? Reach out to the field office, reach out to the Ombudsman Inquiry Office, reach out to your congressman or woman, and ask them to inquire into the case for you. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think the New York people come. Y'all, like, I live in a small town. Like, when I say small, I live in a town of like 40,000 people. Small town, everybody knows everybody kind of town. But, you know, growing up in Lagos, I was not really a people person like that because I was a homebody. And so for me, when we moved to this town, initially it's like, no, but we had to come to rural health. My ex was the physician, so we had to come to rural health to serve out 3 years. You had to work for a hospital in the rural health area and all that. So I was like, 3 years. I'm going back to Chicago because we moved from Chicago here. But fast forward, y'all, whenever I go to big cities now, I look forward to coming back home. I cannot do traffic anymore. Like, I just can't. I don't have, I mean, it's just traffic and me, we just don't mix anymore. But Christmas time, it looks like everybody in the country is heading our way. It's like, can y'all go meet the people there? Like, by the time you're having traffic in your small town, you know, I went there when New York, dinner and the Jersey there. So and then it's cold. So, so it's like, just stay home at the end of the day. But yeah, it looks like New York people are here, but it's just getting too crowded. I was like, go home. What do you think of F2A? Would it be concurrent or move faster? I don't know. Okay, let's see. You should dust your boots before entering the plane. Oh Lord. Exactly. Y'all just leave. Don't even, because I was thinking maybe I should go to New York when my kids go to the dance place. But it's like, okay, she will fed chill to do with the it's. I like my weather in the South. When y'all in New York and Midwest people don't bring your cold here because it's not too. It's like Goldilocks. It's not too hot, not too cold. It's just right. But then we have winter freeze like we have this week. It's not even funny. I filed and got RFE for Form I-693 and I-864, but it is past 60 days since my RFE response submission. Do you think I should call the USCIS? Usually they'll tell you 120 days. If it's just 60 days, then you just be patient. Y'all, we'd have to exercise patience. I know we're not. Listen, who's the list? The day Jesus was giving patience out, I wasn't present. That one I can tell you. I'm still learning. Even in 45 years, still learning. Yeah, it's yeah. So just be patient. When you also have a piece of fine weather, no, keep your weather. We don't want it. Hello, epic movements. Hello, birthday mate. Keep it. Yeah, we don't want it. Keep it. No, we don't. I don't want to be shopping. We don't even have, like if you're living in Virginia or DC or Maryland or Chicago or Boston, you already know you got snow plowing truck. We don't have anything like that here. No, we don't. Tells you like we don't. We see snow maybe once in a yellow, pink, blue, and pink moon combined, and we like it that way. So please, y'all stay where you are. TJ, everybody says Merry Christmas. He's been working really hard, I'm telling you. Unemployed, unpaid traveling athlete. He'll be getting paid one day. Just don't worry. What's consultation fee? It is at least till December 31st, 2023. 30 minutes, 130, 45 minutes, 200, 1 hour, 230. My fees are going up come January 1st. My friend has inspired me to let people who say my fees are too expensive be able to complain more, because she charges $695 for 35 minutes. So just saying. But that's what it is right now till December 31st. Thank you, Anthony Sennett. I'm doing well. How about yourself? What do you have to say about AB3 and those in retrogression? There's nothing I have to say about that. Let's see. See, right? Epic Movement. Tell them Tuesday was 9 p.m. Right? See. Can someone remarry and petition a new spouse after becoming a U.S. citizen? General citizens can file for new spouses. General information, nothing specific to anybody's case, but generally, yes, you can. Let's see. Your new glasses suit you so much. It's not new actually. Hey, just try. It's not new. I've lost count how many pairs of glasses I got. I've had it for a while. I think I just hardly wear it because I have new one. Listen, if you can't see, you might as well see in style, right? So I got quite a bit of them. There's one. Let me see. Let me change this one. See, let me change it to a black one. I mean, let's see. Like I squint like nobody's business. You will not even believe. I'm like, I wish I had seen style. Abby, this is actually the same. That's the white one. It's just the black. Can you tell that I like these frames? I have a round face, so I love things that are like cat eye kind of shape and all that. So, what happens when an F1 student on Assistant 6 is asylum while the case is still pending? Can one continue receiving stipends when an asylee status? Is that a federal crime? There's no crime to receive benefits through asylum. Asylum is a humanitarian humanitarian relief. So there are some things, and asylum people seeking asylum are termed as qualified aliens. So there's some benefits that you can get based on that, but always advisable to keep your F1 status. What advice can you give in regards to people applying for change of status using their master's degree? You're not applying for change of status, you're applying for adjustment of status, but you can talk to a lawyer to see if you qualify. Thank you. You as well. Okay. Does it take a long time when a citizen sibling files for you? Yeah. Like 200 years. like 15 to 17 years for real. Yep. So, because I was talking to my ex-husband, he's got a younger brother that he's looking to petition for, and he was like, "Hey, I want to bring my younger brother here. Yada yada yada. What do you think?" I was like, "That's fine. We can do that. We can file a petition for him, but he'll be in his 50s by the time he's ready to come." He just like, I'm like, I'm not joking. I'm serious. He goes in his field like, yeah, because it's gonna be like they're working on cases filed in 2007, 16 years. Hey, and he's what? He's 40, so he'll be in his 50s before he's. You're looking like, yeah, that's what it is. Hello, finest Shandy. How are you? Thank you, Miss Sabina. You like the clear one better. Hey, listen. The black. Listen, I have both, so it just depends on my mood, really. Merry Christmas. I think Miss likes my. I got the red. Just seeing style, people. Let's just see. 15 to 17 years. Yep. That's what it's taking. Okay, let's see. Alrighty. Okay, let me do one more round and then I think we'll be done. Merry Christmas, your boy. He can't pronounce it. Hey, don't come for my kid. Leave it. No, let me. I know how he chooses to pronounce his name. Is his name? No, don't come for my. You see another side of me. Don't come for my kid. Leave him alone. Because yeah. So anyhow he wants is his name. Let him pronounce it any way he chooses to. When one gets a 10-year green card and married a U.S. citizen, can that person naturalize through the marriage? When one gets a 10-year green card and married to a citizen, can that person naturalize through marriage? If you got the green card through marriage. So, for instance, let's assume that you're married, right? Your spouse is a citizen, and you get your green card because your employer files for you. Then the question is, because you're married to a citizen, can you apply for naturalization, say, after 3 years? Short answer, no, because you didn't get that green card through your marriage. You got it through employment, and employment right is 5 years. But if you got the green card through the marriage to the citizen, and you're still in marital union with your citizen spouse, then you're eligible to file for naturalization after 3 years as a legal permanent resident. So just to clarify, a lot of people always get that wrong. It's not based on how long you've been married. It's based on how long you have been a permanent resident for. So if you've been married, example, you've been married for 10 years to your spouse, right? But then it's only been 2 years since you got your green card. Then you're wondering, okay, am I eligible to file for citizenship now because you've been married for 10 years? Short answer, no. It's about how long you've been a legal permanent resident for. So in that situation, even though you've been married for 10 years, you've only had your green card for 2 years. If you're filing based on 3-year eligibility, then you're waiting for another year, 90 days before the 3rd year anniversary, you can file before you become eligible for naturalization. So and the same applies for a 5-year basis as well. So I hope that helps, because a lot of people always think it's how long you've been married. No, it's how long you've been a legal permanent resident for. How much do you charge for VAW? I don't have set fees. Everyone's case is different, and everyone's fee is different. Fees are discussed during a consultation or when I've had a consultation with you. I've got lots of questions. If you got lots of questions, you need to sit down with a lawyer. I sound a lot better on YouTube. I mean, on YouTube, I am using my laptop, which is like, and I love this laptop. It's the HP Envy. It is, you know, this laptop is my old law firm in one. I'm telling you. I can be anywhere in the world and still run my office. COVID taught us how to become so, and there's no looking back. It's been amazing. But yeah, so I'm not surprised that that's the case. But then again, iPhone is what I'm using. So you would think with all the money we feel for iPhone, it should be better. Let's see, I live in New Mexico. It doesn't matter what state you live in. So for one, I do virtual consultations, which I'm done for the year. So I don't have any opening the rest of the year. It's going to be next month. And we actually already have people already scheduling and all that. But because immigration is federal practice, an immigration attorney can represent you in any state. It doesn't matter what state you live in. That's what it is. So most of my colleagues that I know do virtual appointments and represent clients in all states. Our consultations are really great. Speaking from experience. Thank you. I try. My current husband divorced with his ex-spouse in 2016 back home, but they divorced on religious ways and no court or federal divorce certificate applied for him. Is that okay, or are they going to deny? General information, nothing specific to anyone's case, but it sounds like he was married in either customarily or Islamic marriage or some kind of traditional marriage. There is no documentation to show for that, and there is no required documentation to dissolve the marriage. Usually what I do for my clients is we write an affidavit, and someone, the oldest member of the family affirms or that, they know of that they were married this the customary way, the dowry was returned on this day, that ended the marriage, end the story. What complicates things for a lot of people is a lot of people trying to get things from customary court. And then what you now put yourself in a situation where USCIS now reaches out to the customary court in your country and want to verify without understanding that there's no how you can verify that, but you're going to make things even harder for yourself when you're trying to get things through court when you don't necessarily have to. If you were married in the registry, in civil marriage, then you need to go to court. If it's a customary marriage, Islamic marriage, please understand you do not need any formal documentation. So do not, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right? That's it. Okay. So I think I have gone through all of that. Yeah, I think so. Mr. 𝐸𝐵𝐷, have you sent us what we're waiting for you to send us? Before you come for my kid. Okay. Let's see. I like your tattoos. Thank you. It's healing well. My mom doesn't understand where I got that love. I was like, Abisola. You know those Nigerian mothers. Abisola. Kini Bubu. At least. Let's see. Yes. Okay. While on an asylum with only work authorization, can I travel outside the United States? No. You've got to apply and get an advanced parole for you before you travel. So unlike a marriage-based case or when you file an I-485 where you can file a work permit and advanced parole and get a combo card, that's not how it works in asylum. Asylum, there's no combo card. You've got to file your work permit application, C8 category work permit separately, and then apply for an advanced parole application document separately. So there's no combination. So if you're going to leave the country and you only have a work permit, please understand you're not coming back into the country. Let's see. Can I file for my adult son with green card as long as he's not married? If he's unmarried, yes. If he is married, no. What can I do? Okay. Beautiful son with a beautiful smile. Thank you. That's my baby. No, it's not Oluwatoashe. Oluwatoshe. God is able. God is able. Okay, I'm married. Okay, so I've already answered your question, Aya. You're married in 2020, moved to another state, and haven't received your green card. What can you do? Contact USCIS. I mean, I don't know anything about y'all to understand. This is just general information. And I understand you're trying to get as much, but I don't know anything about your case. Contact USCIS if you have a lawyer in your case and see if it can help you. And if you're saying your green card, so if you never got a green card, but you have your I-485 approval notice and you haven't received the green card, maybe it's time for you to file an I-90 to get a replacement. So when in doubt, consult with a lawyer. There's a lot of things. A lot of things is not just yes, no on the line. You've got to be able to know exactly what needs to be done. So if you need to consult with a lawyer, then that's what you need to do. Don't be pennywise, kind of foolish. That's all. And no, yeah, Can I file for my wife with green card? Yes, you can petition for your wife if you're a green card holder. But when you say can I file for my wife with green card, if what you're intending to achieve is can she get a green card without leaving the country? As long as she has not overstayed and the priority date for F2A is current, which it's not. But in order for a spouse of a green card holder to get a green card in the country without having to leave, there must be valid status at the time they apply for the green card application itself. So as long as that's what applies in your case, that's fine. If not, then you probably want to become a citizen so they can be exempt from their lawful presence. Okay. How about if you get a 10-year green card from your father-in-law and you're divorced after 5 years? How about so? How about what is the question on that? If you have your 2-year green card and you file for VAW, you have to wait for an approval to file for a citizenship. So just to be clear, when you say file for VAW on a 2-year green card, it's not a full-blown I-3 because a lot of people mix that up. It's not a full-blown I-360. The abuse waiver for item 751 is also covered under the VAW Act, but you don't have to wait for an approval in order to qualify for citizenship if you have met the requirements for the citizenship while your I-751 is pending. So I'm assuming that you have a 2-year green card, you filed an abuse waiver petition, and now it's pending that you want to file for citizenship. If you're not very clear what needs to be done, please consult with a lawyer so that you don't waste your time and money. Can I please get an audience with you? Sure. You're going to pay the consultation fee. We can send you the information for that. Okay, let's see. I have a baby before I was becoming a citizen. Now can my baby become a citizen with report of birth? No, because your report of birth abroad is if you are already a citizen at the time that child was born. But the child can acquire citizenship if they come in with a green card and they're still under the age of 18. And they actually meet all the requirements to acquire citizenship. I got married in the traditional way, and I'm trying to bring my wife to the USA with immigration approved. I don't see any reason why not, as long as you have, for instance, if you have what we call engagement is traditional marriage, right? If you've got photographs of it to show, when the gifts were exchanged, dowry paid, that's all you need as proof of customary marriage. And someone is talking about that's funny because the question is, there is a 20-year gap between my fiance and I. Is that going to be a problem for our K1 visa? Knock on wood. I haven't posted this yet. Well, my girl Kyla, who does our social media, is waiting for me to review. She's already had it, but I'm just so my clients couldn't be happier for them. The reason why that comes up now is because there is a 34-year age difference. It's 34 years between my clients. He is 29. It's 29. She is 29 plus 34. I don't know. I went to law school, so I don't have to do that. Anyway, it's the largest age gap I've had in almost 10 years of practice. But I remember on Tuesday, we were prepping together, all three of us and all that. And I said, listen, at the end of the day, because they're really in love with each other, y'all can think whatever you want to think anymore. But I said, if God did, and the concern we had was he had been denied a different kind of visa twice. And so obviously they're going to bring up your file. But we agreed in faith and we believe that God is going to show him favor. Long story short, his K1 visa was approved. He's on his way to the United States. So 20 years is not a big deal, given the 34-year that we just got approved, that God just did it. So, but it's a big age difference, a factor that we'll consider. Yes, it is. Okay. Let's see. All right. Okay, you're welcome. Okay. Going to the Bahamas, yeah, maybe epic movements. Hey, send me an email regarding Bahamas. Send me an email. I love traveling. That's the one thing I love. I enjoy, and I love doing my solo trips. I am someone who enjoys their own company. It's not arrogance, but I teach my kids the same thing. You've got to enjoy being your own best friend. Because if you don't want to enjoy being in your own skin, then you're someone who depends on being around people. You would not be confident. Confidence has to start from you being, I can travel to any part of the world by myself. That's just me. So Bahamas sounds really nice. Do I teach TJ the Nigerian language? TJ, yeah. So his voice, TJ's voice is actually the voice in our children's museum here. They've got greetings in different languages, and so he did the one for Yoruba language. Now, y'all understand that his mom is not really the best Yoruba. Say, do I teach you Yoruba language?
Nah.
TJ, I speak it, but you pick up some stuff, right? Yeah. Okay, say what is good morning? A caro. Like, bring your face here. A caro. Say, so what's good morning?
A caro.
A caro. Okay. What's goodbye? Odabo. Listen, he knows it. Odabo. Odabo. So that's good morning. What is what when I say kilorukwe, what does that mean?
What is that?
Kilorukwe. That means what is your name? You know. Tia, you do know. Remember when your brother would say, when you say kilorukwe, and Esther would say oruko mani. Yeah, that's why he responds. Well, he's 19 and he's not even going to listen to me. So yeah, he knows the greetings. There we go. I guess they'll learn when they go to Nigeria. I mean, hey, we can only try. It's just amazing when you hear Odabo. Like, huh? My question is pending. Okay, Maria, what is your question? I don't see your. Okay. I requested an expedite on my pending I-45 based on my child's medical need back in Nigeria. Does my U.S. citizen wife need to write a letter to support my evidence to USA student? She doesn't have to, but it may help. So, let's see. Okay, I think we've got. Oh, okay. My vow was approved 4 months ago. Congratulations. Then later go to the interview. After the interview, receive the RFE for medical. Does that mean my case is good? I can't tell you yes or no, but hopefully that's what it means. Finest Shandy, one of the most beautiful women you ever meet. I'm telling you, she is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Hello, Miss Olu. How are you? Are you back? Miss Olu, are you back or are you yet to go? You know what I mean, right? Let me see. I leave TJ. Auntie's on standby. Of course, you last kids of the families. Of course, you're going to defend one another. Miss Olu, are you back or you're about to leave? Must you reside in the same state your asylum was filed in? If you move, you just let the asylum office know. They transfer your file to the asylum office that has jurisdiction over your case. What does this mean? I got this message from USCIS. Due to workload factors not related to your application, anticipates a delay in completing your case. We anticipate the delay to be approximately 6 months from the date of this notice. We are sure. That's just basically what it means. That it's not. It's probably going to be outside the more pressing time. Let's see. Thank you, Finest Jenny. Miss Olu, I'm trying to see. Happy birthday in advance to Finest Shandy. Happy birthday. I hope you have a wonderful day. We're cheering to the best birthday yet because we know that God's got many, many blessings in store for you. Happy birthday, December babies. My oldest son is a December baby too. I'm telling you, I know attorneys are not cheap, but listen, like for instance, we offer payment plans in my firm. Makes it a lot easier. I heard if you stayed in the US for 10 years, you can apply for a green card. How true is this? That is if you are. So if you've been in the United States, or if you have a petition that's approved for you as of 2001, I think April, don't quote me on that. You may qualify for what we call this 245I green card application. But if you're talking about the 10-year process, that usually requires you to be in removal proceedings. That's called cancellation removal. And you can only apply for that if you are in removal/deportation proceedings. Mm. 63 years. Thank you for the math. Yeah. So she's 63. He is 29. Yeah. Listen. Yeah. And if you meet this couple, I'm not even kidding you, because y'all know I've worked with so many people. They are just, yeah, it was just really a joy. Were we worried? Of course. I know you do finance Shandy. Listen, there's nothing like it. Uh, does EB to national interest waiver work for LPN? Generally, no. TJ in his mind is, who will I speak it with, Seth? Well, hey, um, yeah. Anyway, okay, all right. I think that is about it. Hey, Miss Stanley, how are you? Gorgeous baby, by the way. Um, yes, yes, yes. Let's see. Let me see. I think that's about it. Can you explain the dual intent about F1? If you've got to go on Instagram or YouTube, I already explained it in full, so you can watch it there. But is it true that if you divorce after VAR green card approval, it will be hard to get citizenship? Says who? No. Mm-mm. You can divorce even while you before you even file even while your VAR case is suspended. It's got nothing to do with anything. And whether or not you are married, you stay married to the abusive spouse. If you get your green card through VAWA and your abusive spouse is a citizen, you qualify for citizenship after being a green card holder for 3 years, whether or not you're still married to the spouse. Yeah, thank you. So I can imagine. It's been 18 years. You did that diaper change and all that. You will be exhausted. I can imagine. God is just but absolutely gorgeous baby. Anyway, all right, people. It has been an amazing 2023. Y'all, it is, wow. It's, I think we've maybe twice or three times that we missed some lives, but I thank God for his strength. But most importantly, I thank God for every one of us to come here. It's not just for you guys, for sharing information for you guys or giving you guys information. It's about looking forward to a space that is filled with positivity each Tuesday and Thursday night. And you already know the drill. Anyone comes with any kind of trolling or negative energy, we're blocking, because there's a whole lot that immigrants have to deal with already in a foreign land. The last thing you need in your space is someone who doesn't, because I believe so much in the power of the tongue. I believe so much that there's a lot of things we don't say in my household, because if you speak it, Bible says you speak it into existence. You cannot, the words we speak are very powerful. So it's important that we're intentional with what we speak. And so having this space and being able to share in joys in or comfort one another in defeat and encourage one another in the next steps, there's nothing like it. And I know for sure, oh wow, I can imagine. I know for sure that as long as we set our eyes and we keep our gaze fixated on God, things will work out and fall into place for each and every one of us. I was talking to someone today who had a very similar experience of what I had. They went to try to get something, and they were already in the process of doing it, and then the person said, "Oh, by the way, I need your social security number." They don't have one yet. They're in the process of filing their papers. They don't have one yet. And the person was like, "Well, I can't help you. I need that." And the person was surprised, telling them, "Oh, you don't have a social security number?" And when they were talking to me, I was like, I know what it feels like. It just took me back to, 2 decades ago. It's still very fresh in my memory, where I went to a store, I was trying to get something, and they wouldn't let me apply for it because I didn't have an ID and I didn't have a social security number. Those are the things that I remember, and they fire me up to just want to make sure that I'm fully in that position and capacity that God wants me to be used to help others. Because when I tell you that I get it. I've got this. I know what it feels like. There's so many of us. So when he was talking, I was like, I know what that feeling is. But trust me, the day is gonna come that you're gonna look back and say, thank God. You wouldn't forget it, but it will be part of your testimony, where you'll be able to travel out. And when till tomorrow, every single time that I travel outside the country and I look at that passport, my kids, it's a different feeling for them. It was given to them. It's a birthright for them, and as for many of our children too. When we travel together, everything is bonded together. But there's a difference. I look at mine, it says country of birth is Nigeria. I look at theirs, country of birth, USA. But guess what? It's the same blue passport. But mine has a story behind it. And so I don't take it for granted. And that's why for me, I come from a different place, and from a place where I cannot put into words when it comes to representing people. It is something that I know that it's my calling, whichever way you want to dice it. I know that's something, and that's why it hurts me, and it just really rocks my day. Whenever we get denouncing cases, I ask my staff, I don't know how to function. And I'm still learning to dissociate that feeling from, being professional, but I can't, because I know what it feels like. So the year may have ended or is coming to an end. Yes, we may not have gotten all we thought we were going to get and achieve, especially when on our immigration journeys. Okay, but guess what? Because the year is going to end doesn't mean God's grace ends. The year God is going to end doesn't mean his mercy and his favors end. We're going to see much more of that multiplied in abundance in 2024. Thank you very much to everybody for always stopping by Tuesday, Thursday. To all of you who have trusted us with your cases, to the many green cards we've gotten, citizenship people. Someone just got a schedule for oath ceremony today. And many people who have the identities established because of work permits. I know there's so many choices to make when it comes to immigration attorneys, but choosing our firm, I do not take it for granted. Y'all, I will see you guys next year, God willing. Enjoy your Christmas and New Year with your family, knowing and believing that God is going to bring us to the other side where we started all over again, but trusting and believing that his favors, his mercies, his grace is waiting for us on the other side. Thank you, everyone. God bless you. Have a wonderful Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, and I'll see you in 2024. Bye, everyone.